Hi guys, and welcome to my channel. Although this is a book channel and not a tech channel, I did want to show you guys just how I edit my BookTube videos. As I was editing, I felt like somebody would need this, so I just wanted to record a quick little tutorial, and I promise if you watch the entire video, by the end of it, you're gonna know how to edit your videos. But we're gonna get started with this Capcut thing right here. I know how tempting it is to stay with iMovie or something like that, but that is just not gonna give you the best quality, and I swear to God, this is the easiest app to learn how to edit on. So if you don't have Capcut, just click this little download for free button and you'll get an app like this one right here. So what I do first is I actually use Dropbox, and what I start doing is that I upload from my phone into this Dropbox folder. You guys can see I have it in YouTube, my YouTube, Book Talk, and then I have this non-reader reads for 24 hours. So that's what I'm currently editing, and that's the video I'm gonna be working on. I split the little clips and videos into these little folders, like the beginning intro, me with the first book, me reading the first hour, blah, blah, blah. You can literally make it as detailed as your heart desires. And then what I do is click this little side button and I'll do download. And when I click that, you guys can see it comes out in a little zip folder. I'll literally just drag it down into the desktop, double click, and it will create itself a folder. So everything I'm gonna be working on, I have in folders right here. And what I'm gonna start doing is open Capcut. And to start creating a project, you wanna click Create Project, and it opens you up to just this empty little folder thing, whatever you wanna call it. I have no idea what it is. And I like to title, you just double click on this part right here. And I'm really just titling this folder so that I know which video has which topic and video and whatever. These are the little folders that I just downloaded, and I know my computer is messy, just bear with me. So I'm gonna click, this was actually B-rolls, which I'm not sure why I named it that, so I'm just gonna quickly rename it. And then I'm gonna open the intro. This is the intro of the video. I'm just gonna select everything, drag it down. What I like to do is zoom in a little bit so that the folders or the clips don't look so tiny. I like to feel like I'm really working on something, so I definitely just zoom in, and I'm doing that by just doing this with my mouse. I don't know what that's called, but you just zoom. The next thing I'm gonna do is I like to just put those in a separate little area where I'm like not using this right now or like done uploading. Then I'm gonna do the intro that I did with the books, so that to me was a separate thing, so that's why I made a separate folder. Again, you can put everything into one folder if you want to. For me, it really helps splitting it into intro, this happened, first hour, that is just me. And then I have that uploaded, and I like to work with chunks, so maybe you'll upload the intro, and when you started maybe unboxing or whatever, upload that first, work with that, and then you kind of upload, okay, like unboxing, cleaning up, whatever it is. That is me personally, I don't know about y'all. And this is when the reading challenge begins. So I'm again gonna select that, upload it in, and I don't know why it gives me it on a different area, but I'm just gonna put it all in this little circle. I'm gonna put it all in the same area. You guys see there are no clips on top, there are no clips below, it's just all in the same little line. And again, because this folder is complete, I'm just gonna put it to its own little side. Okay, so now I'm going to extend the window so that I can see everything I'm doing and get into the nitty-gritty with you guys. What I do is I have a little bit of a file on my notes. So you guys see I literally just opened my notes app. It's not that big of a deal. And I have my little title of what the video is gonna be. You guys can set this up however you like. This is my template. I'll do the video and I'll write it kind of like a script, just have fun with it. I'll have a clip, okay, I'm talking blah, 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 blah. This is one of my favorite YouTuber style. I wanna kind of embody that vibe. And you kind of really just add these things that you need to add. Then there's a different clip, the rules are simple, and that part is about here. So where I say the rules are simple, to somewhere include the little reading basket that I recorded. So that's just something for me to know and keep in mind. This is literally the most important part of your video, is to have this little script filled with ideas and sounds that you want to try. If you think speeding up your voice sounds funny, maybe do a little note here, speed up voice, funny, or I want to include this and that, just whatever it is, to have little notes that you can edit and be like, oh, maybe this is like a great part to speed up my voice and make it funny. So what I'm really gonna start with in this video is really just cutting down. I'm just gonna go over the video. If I like stop at a weird place, I'm gonna cut that out. If I like breathe weird, I'm gonna cut it out. This is my little editing folder that I really recommend you guys create for yourself. This is just my Capcut editing folder. And some facts, like if I would put a clip on top of another. So if I take this tiny little clip and put it right here, that's how I created this video, by the way, to put this clip that I'm recording on my phone on top of my screen record, so you can see me at the little edge. At least one hole. And you guys can see that this appears on top. So because it's so big, we might even just say, hey, we just want this to be like a tiny piece right here. This is exactly what I'm doing right now. So you guys can see it's not that hard. It is very intuitive. It's kind of what makes sense. Like obviously if you want it to be in the video, you put it on top, like it makes sense. And if you guys would, for example, not want the audio on this clip right here, the big clip, we would literally just select this little, maybe zoom in a little bit more. I could do Command B and then I would cut it. So if I want to cut this again, I would just do Command B. And that is something I recommend writing down, whether you have a notepad right now, whether you have a notebook, literally whatever it is, just to write it down. So if I want to undo, if I want to split clip, this is what we've been talking about right now, the Command B that we're really going to be using throughout the video. Then I might just take this little sound bar right here and slide it all the way down. And now listen to the clip. If you're new to this channel, sorry, finish at least. If you're new to this channel, so this is kind of what it would be. Let's just kind of edit it a little bit together. I'm not going to show you guys the entire thing, obviously, because at the end of the day, a lot of it is just going to be Command B, delete, clip, take away, move, whatever it is. If you want to delete a clip, you do the Command B if it's a part of a bigger clip, and then you just press the erase button like you would erase words. I'm not that tech savvy, so I don't know what it's called. And so again, we're just going to take our time. We're just going to be calm. I don't know why I breathe like that, sorry about that. But again, Command B. I have to make sure my yellow line is on Command B. And then I'm going to delete it. And let me see. And again, here I was reading my notes, so I just was kind of prepping, but I wanted to have the recording thing on. So again, I might skip forward, I might, you know, whatever. Here, I'm gonna Command B and again, delete again, starting from the beginning. My hair was acting weird, you guys, so I was like brushing it for like 20 hours. Here, I haven't started talking, and this is such a good moment for me, where I'm like about to say something. I want to cut that clip so that you guys don't click on my video and hear, okay, today, like I want to cut that breathing out. So this is a perfect place to stop. Command B, and I'm going to select this entire clip just by clicking on it and deleting it. And again, if you have used Capcut on your phone for the first 10 to 15 minutes, you might be like, where is everything? Because it's not that intuitive. If you started CapCutting on your phone, which I did for TikTok videos, it's not going to be that intuitive. Okay, so I have edited my intro or deleted it just because I'm going to redo it. That's my own thing because I lost some clips, not CapCut's fault. But you guys can see right here that I'm going to play you guys this.
For my reading basket.
So right here, I'm kind of talking about how long it took me to read this book, and I'm really wanting to add a cute little window somewhere over here where it like shows my Goodreads and how long it took me to read it. So what I did is I downloaded this image just off my Facebook Messenger. I literally just took a screenshot on my phone. It's not that deep. I'll drop in the image and I'll just sort of crop it. Not that it's complex. So I just dropped it in here. Now we're gonna add it, see what it looks like. Okay, that looks a lot better. So I'm just gonna add it over here. And when I watch videos, I really enjoy those little like pop sounds, right? When like an image occurs. So we're gonna do that. I'm gonna show you guys. I'm just gonna make the screen bigger. We're gonna go into audio over here. And here you can find a lot of music. We don't need that right now. I don't recommend using Capcut music because a lot of it is actually copyright. So we're gonna go into the sound effects right here. And we're honestly just gonna like search pop sound, whatever. Let's see if we like this one. Yeah, I love this one. You guys see I have it favorited, and you guys can favorite or unfavorite. And then if you go into this little like section, you can see physical sounds, funny sounds, angry sounds, blah, blah, blah. But this is the one I use most, my favorites, obviously, just the ones I have saved. And I recommend really exploring Capcut and really just, you know, if you like something, go over every single thing, save everything. And what I love is to have the video in this section, the sounds below, and little images above. And I like to just keep it 3 layers. So I'm gonna zoom and just so that I see exactly where that clip begins. So let's see this.
Reading basket.
That's exactly what I want. This is not the exact moment that I want. Let's see.
I can't say too much about this one. I've been reading this book for probably a year and a half.
So this would be a great way to pop it in, just in a short little way. Doesn't have to be that long. And you guys can see this little teal line is what really matches where the sound is in the clip.
For probably a year and a half, and I'm still only halfway through this book. No hate to the author, I've read the other 2, but girl, is this hard to get through.
So here I'm actually starting to read. So I'm gonna cut it here, Command B. Again, let's just practice that. Let's just always say Command B, Command Z, whatever it is. And this clip is starting off slow. I just recorded it in my regular camera so you guys can see it's really just an average Joe clip. But then once we get further, I don't want this to just be the entire clip, like for me to just be like sitting there reading. So I want to speed it up, right? And I recommend not recording it in the sped up mode on your iPhone, but rather do it normally and speed it up in the app because it gives you so much more control to like suddenly stop the speeding up and like say something. I think that's such a cool edit. So we're gonna go slow, we're gonna do a little bit here, and then we wanna speed up this part of the clip. So we're gonna select the clip with our mouse and go over here to speed. So this is uploading text, sounds, filters of text, things like that, just funny things that you use. And then this is like the manual stuff, the zooming in, the speeding. And we go into speed, and I just wanna do like a little bit faster, and now the duration is so much less. We're gonna do, wait, what in the world? Am I extending it? Okay, so you guys, I'm gonna do just like this. Okay, that did literally nothing. So let's just take a longer clip. So here I'm just like adjusting, I'm just like doing whatever, and I wanna have this because I'm gonna be having a clock in there somewhere. And so I'm gonna select a bigger clip to speed up. We're gonna go with maybe this far. It would give us more of a sense that time has passed by. It's been a little bit. And because I wanna include a timer video, I am going to select, for example, I'm not gonna do this right now because I have other things to do, but for example, if I wanted 5 minutes, I would screen record 5 minutes on my computer, and then I would save down here. And if you guys don't know how to screen record on your MacBook, that's what I'm using. You literally just press Command-Shift-5 and you'll get this little window. Just play around the little settings at the very bottom. Make sure it says record and not capture, so that you're for sure recording what you need to record. So now that I've screen recorded the Google timer, and if you find it easier to just screen record your phone and just like clip it in Canva or something, do that. But I have it right here on my laptop. So what I would do is I would insert that little video, and we're just gonna make it a little bit smaller so that it's just like on the side. We would now select this timer clip and actually speed that up so that we have this. The seconds are ticking way faster. Obviously my mouse shouldn't have been there, blah, blah, blah. It's just a test, but you guys see how it would work, and obviously you'd record it for longer than just 3 seconds. So right at this time, I did this thing somewhere here where I was like moving my leg like so weird. And I just think that's funny personally. So what I'm gonna do is add a little note as like I'm editing. So I'm gonna go here into text. Again, I recommend going into a text template. It looks like that. I have my favorites here. Again, please go through trending, pro, title, literally all of them, and star the ones you like. These are the ones I love. And I'm gonna just select a basic old text. These are all in my favorites. I'm gonna drag it all over here, and I'm just gonna say something funny. And again, you can always add much more fun things like that. You can even add a little, oh, subscribe or whatever. You could even add this text here, and it shows you paragraph 1. So that is Sunday. Paragraph 2, we would just delete that. So we just have Sunday. We could even say just Sunday reading. Oh girl, reading time. And then we would just like have that appear, and it's this little like video moment thing. And that's what I really enjoy, because you can change the color of it. You can literally play around as much as you freaking want. Like, there is no limit. And you can play around with different fonts. Some of these are pro, so you would have to pay for it after you download it or something, but that's too much. I never do templates or effects or anything like that, just the basic. And then if you want to do audio over this entire clip, you would click this right here, and you would press play. And then you would literally record something over this clip. You're done recording. This filter, for example, is so like reading BookTube-esque, so I love that. And always practice Command S, which is save everything. And yeah, after I would edit this entire thing, I would then move on to add more clips from my phone or Dropbox or whatever it is, you guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. This was a lot of fun to make, and I hope that this answered a lot of your questions about music and just Capcut in general. And I can't wait to see your guys' first videos.